Hello everyone, and welcome back to Red Leaf Pursuit Outdoors. It is getting close to hunting season, and I know some deer seasons have opened and some of you are chasing animals out west. But today we're going to go over my entire hunting setup and what I'm going to run for this deer season here in Ohio. So I'd first like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and if you're not subscribed to us already, please do that. It helps us out immensely and you won't want to miss any of the action this season. So the bow I'm running is a Mathews Verdix. It is set at 75 pounds with 75% let off, and it is at 27.5 inch draw. I'm just going to run from the top of the bow down. So first thing I got is the Mathews. It's just a standard HD 4-arrow quiver. I got my custom red backing as well as the red micro dampeners in it. And then when I'm in the tree, I like to run my quiver off my bow. That's the way I prefer to shoot. So I got a loop here so I can hang that up when I get in. I'll take that off. We'll move to the arrow selection. So this year, if you haven't seen it already, I did a full arrow build right here on this arrow. It is a Black Eagle X Impact. You can check that video out and I'll link it below. I am running 456 grains in a 300 spine. I am running 205 grains of that up front. I have an Ethics insert on it, outsert system, and a 100 grain Sever. It's their new 2-inch mechanical head. I'm running tack driver 2.75 inch vanes. Got a 3 fletch on there. I dabbled with the 4, but the 3 just works better. And then I got the Nocturnal lighted nocks on there. So it's gonna be the first year I'm running this setup, and I'm stoked to see what it does because these arrows are shooting like darts all the way out to 80 yards. So moving on, I'm running a Spot Hogg Fast Eddy XL sight. It is a dovetail, so it's adjustable in and out. I got it about halfway in. I got my sight tape on there all set up, and I did a little custom paint job, a little red action on there. And then as you can see, I'm not running a Spot Hogg standard scope. I'm running an UltraView hunting pin. They just came out with it just under a year ago, and they are awesome. I did a review on that. You can check that video out as well on our channel, and it is really an awesome sight. There's a light on the top, but I guarantee you won't need the light because the pin's just so bright already. And then what I did is I took a fluorescent Sharpie and made a dot underneath it because the standard Fast Eddy XL I had was a double pin. So it's going to allow me to still utilize my double pointer even though I only have one pin. So moving on, we have the Mathews QAD Integrate Rest here. It's the dovetails mounting system, new for the Verdix. It's also for the VXR, I know that for sure. And I love that. It's super streamlined. I've never had it fail on me. It is a great rest all around. So I'm excited to take that into the field this fall as well. Now on the stabilizers. I'm running Titanium Archery Product stabilizers. They are a small company and I absolutely love their stabilizers. This front one is a DOA, dead on arrival. It's a 9.75 inch and I have that mounted on an 8-degree slant with the Shrewd Quick Disconnect. I like that. I like to have the weight as far away from my sight as possible, and I'm only running 2 ounces on the front, so it's a fairly light setup. And to get your front bars and back bars to equal out and be the right weight, you just got to play around with them a little bit. That's what I did. And on the back, I'm running a TAP Element X 6-inch, and I got 4 ounces on the back of that one. And it's a great balance for me. It just seems to really, when I shoot, it just stays right here. That's a good test if you can just hold the bow, and I like it to fall forward just slightly. So just play around with that. Remember to always chase your bubble. So if it's leaning left, chase it and put the weight there and make it. You just got to play around. It's all preference. This is what works for me, and I'm not telling you that this is the best way to do your weights. So onto the grip. I'm running a UltraView B Real grip. I also did a review on that. It's the same video as the Hunter pin, so you can check out that. It is an awesome grip. I love it. I love the design. I like my grip being a little bit thicker than the standard N-gauge grip. So I'm really enjoying that. It's going to be super warm. I think it's made out of carbon, so it's It's light and it's not gonna freeze your hands when you're sitting there in 20-degree weather. And then I just have down here I just have a standard wrist sling. It's an Easton wrist sling, so nothing much there. So now we'll move on to the string. I am running a specialty archery peep sight. I don't know exactly what aperture diameter I have in there. It's relatively in the middle of the scale. It's a little bit smaller than what I ran before, and I like having that adjustment to really hone in and match up the diameter of my scope housing. Secondly, on my string, I have a Bomar nose button in red. I love my nose button. You guys know I'm a huge advocate for that. It makes your groups definitely smaller, and it'll definitely help you a little bit with target panic. So this will be the first year that I have that on my bow for hunting season, all season. Last year I used it at the end of the season, but this year we're going full bore. And this is the smaller nose button. They come in 2 sizes. When you order one, you get 2. I like the smaller one. It works best for me. And then I just have, obviously, my D-loop there. Just a red standard D-loop. So that pretty much covers the bow and the arrows. I'm really excited to try out those new severs. It's their new 2.0 inch cut versus their 1.5, which I tried last year and I really enjoyed. And lastly, which is not on the bow but is the most important, is the release. Now this is all new for me this year. I've never ran one of these. I've always been a trigger release guy. I tried thumb buttons. I could not get thumb buttons to shoot well. It just didn't work for me. So this year we're trying this bad boy. It is a hinge release. This is a True Ball Sweet Spot Pro Flex. Now what the Flex means is it's super adjustable. So I can make this a 2-finger, a 3-finger, or a 4-finger release. And for those of you who don't know, most of you probably do, a hinge release is activated by just the hinging of the release. So your D-loop will be on and you'll rotate back and it'll fire. Now what this release has that most hinges don't is a safety. Now this is very important if you're a new archer or new to a hinge release. So when I draw back and I get into anchor, if this didn't have a safety on it and I rotated as I drew or didn't draw properly, that release could go ahead and fire. But what this does is if my release safety is pressing towards the string where it attaches to the loop, it is on safety. So when I get back into anchor, I can move my thumb off the thumb peg and I flip that off and now it's ready to fire. So when I rotate, it'll go off. But as you can see, when it's flipped forward, you can rotate this anywhere and it will not go off. So that is awesome for deer hunting, and it is awesome for new people with hinge releases. And I shot 3D with it all summer and I didn't use a wrist strap, but I did attach a wrist strap onto it. You can just get them off True Ball, and they come with so many attachments for different releases. But I like having it right on my wrist, and then when I have it on, I can just tuck the release up in my coat sleeve and it'll be right there when I need it. Now the only thing that's not standard on this release is my thumb peg. I got a tri-helix, I believe it's called, from UltraView, and it's triangular so it fits your thumb just perfectly. You can get it adjusted. It comes with just a metal thumb peg right here. It is, but I like that extra touch to it. I don't like it being cold on my fingers when I'm hunting, so I'm really excited to try this release, and it's certainly taken my accuracy to the next level. So that is my bow build for this hunting season. It's probably going to be my arrow build and pretty much going to be what I'm going to run for the next year to 2 years. It's really shooting well, and I've never had a hunting bow shoot this good. I mean, I'm out shooting my target bow with it right now, so that's saying something. So that's my complete rundown. I don't believe I missed anything, and I wish you all luck this hunting season. I know we're getting excited, and our season's literally here tomorrow, and by the time this video comes out, it'll already be here. So we're looking forward to it. It's kind of hot out right now, so we're not going to get out too much, but if you have any questions, feel free to comment your questions. Feel free to DM us on Instagram. I'll help you answer any of your questions to the best of my abilities. So again, Matthews Verdicts, standard. Love Matthews. They're my go-to. It's what I shoot a Halon X, but the Verdicts is probably the best shooting bow I've ever owned. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and check out our Instagram page. And please, like I said, don't hesitate to ask us questions, because we will help you out. So thanks again for watching, and good luck this hunting season.